Hello. Today I wanted to provide some instruction in my course on film criticism and analysis. This relates to a pernicious rumor that has been circulating that the film Die Hard is not actually a Christmas movie. So I wanted to do is kind of unpack that idea and see if when we really analyze the construction, plot, and elements of Die Hard, if it fits the pattern of a Christmas movie. Now, in order to do this, we can really we need to define what a Christmas movie is. What really makes up the core of a Christmas movie? And I would submit there are three elements to a Christmas movie. The first element we'll call seasonality. So, S-E-A-S-O-N, seasonality. So with seasonality, obviously, to be a Christmas movie, it needs to be set around the time of Christmas. Now, for our discussion today, I think any time between sort of just after Thanksgiving through the New Year, we would agree is the Christmas season. So to be a Christmas movie, it needs to take place in the Christmas season. Now, point number two, which I think is definitely critical, is what I like to call the Journey of Unification. Now, the Journey of Unification is absolutely critical, and we actually see this played out in many of our most beloved Christmas movies. In many Christmas movies, what you're going to see is some type of relationship that has been broken, either kind of emotionally or relationally or in terms of space. So, for example, in the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Christmas movie, Rudolph, being cast out of the other reindeer group, goes on a journey where he meets a variety of characters to ultimately be reunified as part of Santa's reindeer team. If we look at the elf, Buddy the Elf goes on a journey of reunification with his estranged father, and it's culminated in their relationship at the end being brought back together and put right. It really is kind of key to the message of Christmas that we are taking broken things and making them whole. We're going on a journey of discovery, of unification, of putting things back right. The Journey of Unification. That is very key to Christmas movies. And now, element number three would be the ending carol. Now, what is also important, you'll notice it's kind of really the bookend of a good Christmas movie is in that final scenes and the final moments of that film. After we've succeeded in our unification, what we're going to have is a well-timed musical carol that kind of ties the whole film together in that Christmas spirit. We see this in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation that ends with a carol. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, as mentioned before, Frosty the Snowman. All of these are kind of built around a song at the end. So when we take these three elements, seasonality, the Journey of Unification, and the ending carol, we can say if a film fits this pattern, we could define it as a Christmas movie, because this pattern fits many of the things that are commonly and often regarded. So, now that we've defined our elements, let's see if Die Hard fits the elements of a Christmas movie. First off, seasonality. Absolutely. Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 2 both take place during the Christmas season. In fact, Die Hard 1 is primarily set at an office Christmas party being held to celebrate the Yuletide period. Now, Die Hard 2 also would meet this in that it was the Christmas season of travelers trying to get to their families. There, foreshadowing the Journey of Unification that we'll talk about momentarily. Now, we can say, but easily, that Die Hard with a Vengeance is not a Christmas movie. Or Live Free or Die Hard, or It's a Good Day to Die Hard. These obviously aren't Christmas movies. They don't pass the first test of seasonality. So next, what about our test of the Journey of Unification? This one, I think, is obvious and apparent. So in both Die Hard and Die Hard 2, John McClane is in a quest to be reunited with his wife, Holly. So in Die Hard 1, he's trying to get and meet her at the Christmas party as part of bringing their family together for the Yuletide season. In Die Hard 2, his wife, Holly, is flying in from out of town, and they're to meet at an airport where John is going to pick her up. So the bedrock basis of the plot that starts and is critical and functional to Die Hard is a journey of unification between John McClane and his wife Holly. It is merely the actions of certain terrorists that provide the counterforce that makes his quest the story that unfolds. Much the same as Buddy the Elf or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, John McClane has a journey of unification where he must fight the terrorists to be reunited with his wife Holly at Christmas time. And finally, to put the ending, the bookend, the test of an ending carol. Wonderfully, this is played out even best in Die Hard 2, where as the planes are landing, a Christmas carol is being played over the ending credits. So as you can see, our Die Hard films fit the mold of a Christmas movie. Now I'm going to offer one more subpoint. We'll call this 3A, which is the part of the helper elf. Now, elves feature heavily in our Yuletide time as kind of supporting characters that serve a critical role. So classically, Santa's elves are making the toys that ultimately he's going to deliver on the night of Christmas Eve. We see this played out in other places. So back again to our elf movie, Buddy the Elf has his friend that he meets working in the department store. She's the helper elf to Buddy. Rudolph has his friends, Yosemite Sam and other, or the miner, Yukon Cornelius, who helps with that, and who helps Rudolph along on his journey. Frosty the Snowman is helped by the kids. All these supporting roles serve this kind of helper elf figure. So the question is, back to Die Hard, does Die Hard have a helper elf type of figure? And the answer is yes. In fact, Reginald Val Johnson, the famous actor later known for his work in Family Matters, serves as the police officer supporting John McClane's quest to fight the terrorists and be united with Holly. So even in the subpoints, we can see with crystal clear clarity that Die Hard fits all the main modes. It has seasonality, it has a journey of unification, they have an ending carol, and even in the minor points, they have the helper elf figure that is serving to bring the journey of unification to its ultimate fulfillment. So I'm glad that we can see that Die Hard fits these patterns and works, and I look forward to enjoying Die Hard with you next Christmas.